Hello everyone, it's Leo and I'm here with Fuecoco today to share some of my theories for Wonderful PreCure. I know, it's very early on, but I always like to take a look at certain things and, have my own theories, have my own ideas, and I have some to share in this video. So the first one that I want to talk about is Satoru and Daifuku, the boy and his rabbit. And I have seen lots of people talking about the fact that they might become a duo mid season. And when I saw this picture, when the website opened and I saw this picture for the first time, when I saw the boy, I looked at him and I thought, he is the mid season cure. Yes, he is. For me, I still believe that Satoru is going to be the mid season cure. He has some orange details on his costume, and I'm really believing that he is going to be the mid-season. But right now, I'm leaning on to him being a solo mid-season cure for Wonderful PreCure. I am not really thinking that he might be like the other four, like having a dual relationship here. And that is because of Daifuku, who is his rabbit. This grumpy rabbit is very adorable, but I also have a theory on that rabbit as well, which is the fact that I think that Daifuku comes from the same place as the villains of Wonderful PreCure. We haven't seen the villains yet. This is something very new. This is something like we don't know much about them, but we see this monster in the trailer and we can see that apart from the dark energy, there's a lot of red in the monsters. And when we go to this picture, we can see that Daifuku has this dark and red eyes. And so I believe that he might come from the same place as the villains. Doesn't mean that he is a villain, that he is like being this undercover villain here with the girls and with Satoru. No, I don't think that's the case. I think that he is just grumpy, but I don't think he is a villain. I just think he comes from the same place as them. And I believe that something will happen to Daifuku mid-season. Maybe he will be, they will like kidnap him or something, and Satoru will get very angry and become a cure by himself, not with Daifuku like the others. Like Komugi becomes a dog and Nyami becomes a cat. So this is my theory for now. I believe he will be the mid-season cure. Yes, I think that will be lovely. I think he looks very cute already. I like this idea. And if we look at the logo, we will see that there is some yellow and some orange as well, which hasn't been used in cures yet. And I believe that that might be the case. Another thing that also points to this direction to me is their pacts here. If we look at their pacts, the only color that is missing is yellow. So I believe that he might be a yellowish orange cure or an orange-ish yellow cure, which happens a lot with this tone of color in PreCure, right? So I believe he will be a solo mid-season. Right now, this is what I'm leaning towards in terms of my theories. Obviously, we can be surprised and the mid-season cure can be someone else. We can be surprised when we have no mid-season this season. Lots of things can happen. And I feel like Wonderful is taking also like some big steps in the PreCure franchise. Even before it started, we can already affirm that there are some big news when it comes to Wonderful. Another theory that I have is concerning Komugi and Yuki, who are Cure Wonderful and Cure Nyami. I mean, we think Yuki is Cure Nyami. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but since it's not confirmed officially, let's not affirm this here while we're already affirming. Anyways, I believe that there is something very peculiar about the two of them. When we look at their designs, there is something in particular about Cure Wonderful and Cure Nyami that is different from the other two, which is what they use in their heads. They all have a tiara with something. When it comes to Wonderful and Nyami, they both wear crowns. Is it because they're queens? Yes, queen. Nyami is. But I believe that there is something peculiar about them. The first thing that we can, already notice is that, well, there is something peculiar about this dog called Komugi. It's not a regular dog. You know, she is going to turn into a human. And after she turns into a human, she's going to turn into a PreCure. And it's interesting because if we look at the PreCure franchise in general, we usually have a fairy that will give them the power and that will explain to them what's going on at the start of a season. Even if the fairy can't explain, like necessarily explain to them what's going on, someone will. Like in Hirogaru Sky, Elle couldn't, but Yo-Yo was right there to explain what was happening. And so what is going on here with Komugi and probably with Yuki as well, since they are going to turn into humans and then into cures? I believe that there is a magical place in this show. We haven't seen much of it yet, but we know that it exists. And it's a garden, and they're probably going to have to protect it. They're probably going to have to revitalize it. And I believe that the magical place from this show is probably where Komugi and Yuki come from. They're not regular dog and cat. They are dogs and cats that come from this place right here. And I believe that the kitten animals also come from this place. Look at how cute they are. They are so adorable. But maybe Yuki and Komugi, they might be like royalty from the garden, or they might be special. You know what, like Kome was special in Delicious Party. We never really knew why, but she was special. She was a special energy fairy. And I believe that can be the same thing, the same way for Komugi and Yuki. Not necessarily for the kid-eating animals. They also might come from this garden, which is something I believe that might happen. But Komugi and Yuki, my theory is that they're not like Earth, dog, and cat. They come from this other world, and they are going to turn into cures into humans and cures because they have this special something about them. And I'm basing this onto the fact that they have this crown in their heads, which is probably part of their personalities, because Friendy has this detective cap on her head, and it feels like one of the explanations from her character is that she is someone who knows a lot about other people and other people's feelings. So it feels like she can understand other people's feelings. So it's like this detective power to see inside people's hearts. I feel like that's where this detective cap comes from. And Lillian's hat looks like this woven thing, you know, that you use to put the lines in, and I believe that's how she is. That's why she has it in her hat. That is also why she is called Cure Lillian, and that is part of her phrase, her introduction phrase as Cure Lillian as well. So I believe that everything is coming together in their hats. So Komugi and Yuki having crowns, it means that they have a special place in the Nico Garden. I don't know if they're royalty, like it's something like direct, like, oh, a crown equals royalty. But if they're not royalty, they are some sort of special beings from this place. So those are the theories that I have for now for Wonderful PreCure. I don't think I have any more theories as of now. I also believe that Lillian, Nyami and Lillian, or Yuki and Mayu, are going to become cures around May, June, kind of like Butterfly. I believe. I'm not sure. But right now my bet is a May or June release for both of them. Kind of like what they did with Butterfly. Maybe a little earlier than Butterfly, but I don't think it's going to be as early as Wing was in Hirogaru Sky. So those are my theories for now. I'm very excited for Wonderful PreCure. I'm very excited to see this season in motion. I already love the trailer. Love this background for Wonderful's transformation. Oh my god, how can it look so good? It's gorgeous. Anyways, babes, this is my theory for now. Do you have any theories concerning Wonderful PreCure? If you do, please leave in the comments. Let's keep talking about them. Anyways, just want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very, very much for your support. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye!